Go. Today I'll be talking about Phyllis Wheatley. Phyllis Wheatley was born on May 8, 1755. Her birthplace was Gambia, Africa. She had 7 other siblings. She was kidnapped into slavery at the age of 7 and sold to John and Susanna Wheatley in Boston, Massachusetts. At the age of 13, she published her first poem. In 1778, Wheatley married John Peters, a free black man from Boston, with whom she had 3 children, though none survived. Phyllis Wheatley began to exercise her gifts of writing poetry by publishing an lyric poem on the death of celebrated divine George Whitefield in 1770. Wheatley's poems also reflected several influences on her life, including a famous poet she studied such as Alexander Pope and Thomas Gray. Phyllis Wheatley was the first published African American woman poet in 1761. She died on December 5, 1784, due to childbirth complications. Phyllis Wheatley's most important poems: On Being Brought from Africa to America, A Hymn to the Morning, On Imagination. These 3 poems are important because each reflect a major impact of racism during the Revolutionary War era, as well as showing the influence of racism had on African American lives. The poem Being Brought from Africa to America, Wheatley finds various ways to defend of sterling destructions between the blacks and the whites. The On Imagination is a poem about a powerful, it's powerful and it's A Hymn in the Morning is about how how it needs beauty in the world, and 4 major themes that I found while reading Phyllis Wheatley's poems are slavery, returning to homeland, beauty, and religion. Under slavery, I have 4 poems that that went into this category. To the Right Honorable William, or of Dartmouth, His Majesty, Principal of State. The second one is On Being Brought from Africa to America. The third one is On Imagination. And fourth one is on the death of a young lady of 5 years of age. Under Returning to Homeland, there was only one poem that I found, A Farewell to America, to Mr. S.W. S.W. is Scorpio Warhead. Under Beauty, I found 2 poems that I thought went into them: A Hymn to the Morning and A Hymn to the Evening. Under Religion, I found 3 poems: On the Death of Rev. Mr. Dr. George Whitefield, to the University of Cambridge, S.M., a young African painter, on seeing his work. Major themes previous in the last slide that I said: slavery. Slavery is the state of being a slave. I thought one poem, To the Right Honorable William of the Dartmouth, His Majesty Principal Secretary of State. The theme of this poem was the freedom of tyrant. Returning to the homeland is the country where somebody was born or grew up. I chose a farewell to America to Mr. S.W. as my poem. The theme is leaving America, entering Britain with Scorpio Moorhead. Another theme is beauty. Beauty is the combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that please the aesthetic sense, especially the sight. I chose a hymn to the evening. The theme of this poem is a message behind the poem that is everything in the world has beauty. It may not be obvious, but beauty is there. Phyllis Wheatley also taught little girls about beauty. She taught them how to iron their sheets and their skirts and how to yarn a pair of socks. And also do their hair. She also taught them how to become a mother, a beautiful mother, out of the beauty, no matter what color they were. Religion. Religion is the belief in a worship of superpower or powers, especially a god or goddesses. I chose on the death of Rev. Mr. Dr. George Whitefield. The theme is the death is a respect for the hell on earth. That is slavery. Phyllis Wheatley, she often embodied religion. She embodied the femaleness in gods and musses. She invoked Young's by saying referring to Wheatley's using of Greek mythology in her religion poems. Her the mythological imagery she uses in her religion poems too. I chose On Imagination as my exemplary poem because it really tied in with the other poems that I talked about, like slavery and and it really tied in with everything, and it made it really wonderful. The theme is to construct a liberation outside of slavery, so she wanted to be outside of slavery, and that's when she wrote this poem. She was set free after Susanna Wheatley died in 1770. When she was writing this poem, the tone was really soft because she really wanted to imagining everything in her mind, what she was saying. The poetic devices that I found in here, personification, onomatopoeia, allusion, and survey. Personification is the attribute of a person or natural, human, or characters to something non-human or representing an abstract quality of human form. An onomatopoeia is a word using boom, pow, snap, any ones like that. Alliteration is using like a with the constant A value, or something that has the A. Syncope is making the word shorter. I found personification in line 26 because it really stands out to me. I chose onomatopoeia in line 13, 23. I found a little illusion in 5, 16, 27, and 29. I found Sunoco in line 2, 4, 12, 35, 48, and 60. In conclusion, Phyllis Wheatley helped other slaves escape by them reading her poems and her teaching them a lot about how they need to be they need to stick up for themselves and help them. Like I said, she helped them get out of slavery. How, like, she got out of slavery when Susanna Wheatley died. She didn't get any awards on anything because she really didn't want to, and she really loved God, and she wanted other people to see what it was, and wanted them to convert into Christianity like she did when she came to America, when she was forced onto onto the boat. And she also helped the other people by getting them out of slavery with using these poems. And Phyllis Wheatley loved what she was doing about writing when she wrote these poems. She didn't write many poems about herself. She mainly wrote her poems about other things like Britain and like hymns, because she really believed in God. Phyllis Wheatley did love writing.